the toughest crowd on earth. Bruno Mars went to the Apollo to do his special because his father's a musician. And Bruno was a big star, right? His father told him, said, son, until you prove yourself at the Apollo, you ain't nothing. That's why Bruno Mars went to the Apollo and did his special. Apollo only got 1,500 seats. Bruno Mars could sell 15,000 seats. But he had to go and see if his band was really that good, and they were. So you got to go to Apollo to really, they did some funny man. You know, on the last time we taped the show, you remember this lady? It was this white lady that had a white mannequin. She was a ventriloquist. She decided, since she was at the Apollo Theater, she would put an afro wig on the white mannequin and dress it black. So he put a bandana on his head, all kinds of. The Apollo management had told me, said, Steve, the woman suffers from an illness and I think you should know about it. And I said, well, what is that? She said, she's having a hard time backstage. She suffers from anxiety. I said, well, you know, this ain't the place. So I said, well, what do you want me to do? And I asked the management, I said, you want me to tell the audience? No, that's discriminating. I said, well, what'd you tell me for? Because they not gonna discriminate. They don't give a about the wheelchair. They don't give a. So here comes the woman down the aisle with this mannequin. Clearly that's a white mannequin. No problem, just come do your act. But no, you put an afro wig on it, but had the blonde hair sticking from under the wig. And so the Apollo audience is quite offended. She gets up on stage and they're looking at this mannequin and they done figured this out and they went, did she put a wig on this? So she said, is y'all ready to get started? So I heard, oh yeah, we ready. So she got nervous and the anxiety kicked in. So she started talking, but she wasn't moving the man. She got nervous and the dummy ain't even talking. So she's going, I can see y'all looking at me like something is wrong. And the dummy went, I don't want to be a part of this. The dummy knew they were in trouble. So the audience started booing. And I mean, they got vicious ass boos. And so she went, no, wait a minute, give me a chance. That ain't even talking right. And so they booed her off the stage. So she runs off stage. I mean, charges off stage. She's in the back hyperventilating. We got to call paramedics. I mean, this woman's in the back going through it, man. It's really. So the paramedics is getting her, trying to put oxygen on. She's in there heaving, you know. I go back out on stage and I'm talking to the Apollo audience. I said, hey, folks, I got to let you know something. The woman that was out here was suffering from, and she suffers from anxiety. Black dude said, that Steve, this Harlem, we all got anxiety. It took me a long time to get here, but God had me on the route he wanted me on. I didn't always agree with the route. But think about when you ask God for something. My mama used to say it all the time, you can't tell God how to bless you. See, you can't tell him what you want and then tell him how to do it. Because it ain't gonna ever be the way you want it to. Because if where you at today, if God had showed you what you would have to go through to get to where you are today, you would turn back. You would go, oh, no. I don't want that part. I don't want to do that. I don't want that part. You would have missed who you are today. Because in order to get to who you are, you had to go through every single thing you went through. You wouldn't even know what you know. You know, you hear old people say all the time, you can't have a testimony without a test. You got to have some test partners. That's the only way to have a testimony. So I used to be a little upset, man. I didn't understand how God had me go that route, man. If you was gonna make me famous and well off, you could have just did it a lot quicker. But he said no. I'm gonna make you homeless. I'm gonna leave you in a car for 3 years. You're gonna think about me often. I'm gonna let you decide who you want to marry. I'm gonna let you do that. Then I'm gonna show you who you should marry. I'm gonna let you make all these mistakes. I could not understand why I kept making all these mistakes. And then it became evidently clear after I became successful and several years after that. He needed all of that to happen to me. So when I talk, not in comedy, but in terms of motivation, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I can tell a person how to get up because I've been down. I can tell you how to win because I lost. I can tell you how to get over because I've been under. I can tell you how to get to the front because I've been in the back. That's awesome. And so that was everything I needed, man. That's why when young people ask me questions or tell me stuff, I got answers for it because, man, I've been through it. I took the long way round. I took everything. I think that's the part that young people don't get. Like, I talked to a lot of young acts today. I ain't doing that. That didn't pay enough. Did you hear what you said? You said it don't pay enough. But it pays. If you don't take the gig, you're going to get zero. Well, no. I want this, and they only pay. I said, how much did you want? I wanted $5,000 for the night. How much they offer? $3,500. Yo, dog, what else do you have that you can get somebody to give you $3,500 for the night? Go tell your jokes. Nah, man, they got to pay me what I want. But see, now you're not honing your craft and you're not making money. He said, would you have took it for $3,500? I said, yeah. He said, would you take it for $3,500 now? I said, no. But why you won't take it now, but you want me to take it? You don't have what I have. Well, what are we talking about? Just inch by inch, anything's a cinch. You got to take steps, man. It's hard to get young people to understand that. I want what you got now. You can't have what I got now. Yeah, I tell my kids all the time, me and my kids, we have this discussion. It take a long time to make a lot of money. If you think you can just go make a lot of money real fast, you're going to be constantly disappointed. It take a long time to make money. I've been in this business since I was 27 years old. I'm 64. Man, come on. Look at what your life, you looking at now. You missed the 3 years I was living in a car. You didn't see that. You missed when I lost everything I ever owned twice. You missed the 2 divorces. You missed me flunking out of school. You missed all that. You see this now. This ain't how it work now. Yeah, oh, it look easy. Yeah, I make it look easy. This is hard. Come out here. Come turn this corner. I'm going to invite any one of y'all to come up here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Family Feud. Here's Ricky. And Ricky, walk your ass around this corner and just do what I do. It's really hard. Like, what do you do for a living?
I work for a software startup.
Software startup. See, if I went to her job, I'm a failure. What do I know about software? No, what do you do, sir?
Physician.
A physician? Oh, you're dead. He's a physician. He went to school. He got to go to regular school. Then he got to go to another school. Then he got to get certified, go to another school. That's not me. I can want to be a doctor all I want, but it ain't me. It's just easy, man. You got to fit in. You got to do the gift God gave you. You're a physician. You're gifted. That's a God-given gift. Everybody can't go be a doctor.
All right, family.
It's not for you.
Clear it up.
Somebody said, Steve, you ought to be a minister. What? I love the Lord. I really do. God is my friend. He's the whole reason I'm here. God puts everything he has for you in your imagination. Albert Einstein had a quote. He said, imagination is everything. It's a preview to life's coming attractions. What actually happens is God puts your real life in your imagination. See, this stuff that you've been imagining is not hocus pocus. God is showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you. And he puts it in your imagination. The problem with your imagination, though, is you tell it to the wrong people. That's the whole problem. See, if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. How many times has God showed you something so vividly clear that you just knew it was perfect? You shared it with your loved ones and your friends, and they shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. You know why they couldn't see it? Because God didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. And so all these things you've been imagining has been God planting seeds in your head of what he has for you. That's why when you're driving down the street and you see the car in the window, you imagine yourself driving that one instead of the one you got. Because that's the car God will give you. God is in your imagination. He ain't in your paycheck. He ain't in your current set of situations. God is in your imagination. I imagined at 10 I would be on TV. Now, I didn't get there till I was 38, but I got there. Do you know all the stuff you've imagined was really God just showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you? People don't understand that about their imagination. The school system would teach people the truth. The problem with school is it don't teach you how to be successful. That's the problem. College don't teach you how to be successful, nor does school. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, dentist, you got to go to school. But if you want to be successful, what you're supposed to do? You have to develop the principles of success. School teaches you how to memorize stuff. We're going to test you on it, and you recall what you've read, and we're going to give you a grade on it. Okay, when you get that degree, how you become successful, though? They don't teach you success. You teach success by changing your mental process. The difference between successful people and non-successful people, it has nothing to do with anything except how you think. That's the only difference, man. Successful people have developed the thought process. You all have it. You just got to learn the principles of success. All y'all. All of you gifted. All of you have a gift. God made you with a gift that brought all of you are gifted people. More gifted than me. You think because I'm out here, I'm the gifted one? I just got one gift. I can take information and transpose it into comedy immediately. Now that's a gift and a curse. That's a problem when you're young. You know how many swimmers I done took? Fine off. You know how many times I've been to the principal's office? I've been to the principal's office, I promise you, more than all of y'all total. 15, 20 times a year. Easy. Easy for just fine off because this gift, I couldn't fix it. I didn't know how to control it. I just said what the I thought was funny. I ain't how you felt about it. It was displaced. I didn't have no comedy club. I didn't have no comedy career. So I just said the My mama was a Sunday school teacher. You know how many times my mama took me to church to get me prayed for? You know how many preachers done this to me? Had to heal. Soon they do this, I pop right back. Ain't nothing happening. I be going, man, what is I'm coming down here getting my head hit for? And my mother thought something was wrong with me. Because I had this gift, but I couldn't fix it. But all of you are gifted. I'm telling you, I'm just waiting on them. I'm just telling you all this. You have to understand, man, that God has a really great life for you. And he put it in your imagination. You just got to stop telling it to small-minded people.